What is going on, guys? It is Lily 2SX here, and this is episode 27 of my Master League Online series. We start off this episode with the signing of Diego Forlan, just because before the first match of this episode I entered a tournament which I won the first two matches and drew the third one. Even if I had won the third one, I don't think I would have gone through to the knockout stage, purely because I didn't have enough goals in me in that tournament. So I decided to add to my attacking options and get a goal scorer. This guy's not exactly fast or strong, but he's good on the ball. He's good at linking up play with other players, obviously like my midfielders, and he's got a good finish on him, and he can shoot from a bit of distance because he's got a kicking power of 87. And as soon as I signed him, the next three matches actually all got disconnected. So I was winning two of them and I was drawing the other one, and they all got disconnected, so they all counted as losses. But now we're going into the first match of this episode, playing for a decent amount of points against a really strong team, and he tries to throw an early marker down here as he plays the ball to Villa, who takes a shot from a bit of distance. Would have been a bit disappointed had he scored from there against Forster, but his shot goes harmlessly wide, and then a brilliant challenge from here from Vertonghen sets away Palladino, who's just inspired by that challenge. He decides to go all the way by himself, and he gets himself into a good shooting position, and then he wastes it by not even hitting the target. And then here he plays a short free kick, which I kind of switch off to because I just think, you know what, I'm just going to let my own skill in attack win me these matches, but I don't even really look to defend properly, and I get myself in all sorts of trouble there. And that was a great double save, but even though the one from the second effort was actually from someone who's in offside position. But again, I'm just talking about switching off, getting complacent. I play stupid passes in not just this match, and throughout the whole episode you'll see it. And I look at that, at half time I had one effort on goal, the one that you saw, and not even a shot on target. So I obviously took that as a sign, as, you know, wake up, what the hell are you playing at? And straight away at the start of the second half I get the ball to Forlan, and I wasn't being picky from where I was shooting from. I think in the first half I was being a bit picky, trying to make sure I was in the perfect position to shoot. And again, like I said, I took the lead there and I got complacent again, and I give the ball away stupidly in my own half. And the worst thing about giving the ball away in my own half like that was the fact that there's no reward for actually doing so, and it ends up actually costing me there, because that was a great strike from Kaka. But then here Januzaj wins the ball, gives it to Palladino, who gives it to Forlan. Forlan takes a good first touch to set himself up for the first time shot, but he can only hit it straight at the keeper, and then it ends 1-1. So complacency getting the better of me and costing me in this match, and it ends a draw. But now we're going to the second match of this episode, and things don't get much easier as I come up against an even better team, and the guy's rating was even better as well. So it was going to be a tougher match, and probably now wasn't the best time for me to play him because I was already in this complacent mode. And even though I just dropped some points there, I was still in this complacent mode. And as you can see, this was a tough match for both of us. We both played well, and this was the only piece of actual highlight worthy effort in this first half. And this is such a rare thing. You can see in the first two matches of not just this episode but any of my other episodes, I've only had one shot, not one on target, just one shot in the first two matches in the first two halves, and none of them hit the target. That is such a rare occasion for me. So again, that woke me up and I had to start coming out more aggressive. It's like them stats give me a little wake up call at times. So you can see I come out really aggressive from the start of this half, and this would have been a really lucky goal. I'm surprised the keeper even reacted to that, because if you saw my last video where I can't remember who passes the ball, I think Bale passes it into Ibrahimovic and the keeper just switches off and the pass goes straight in. Well, I'm surprised he even reacted to that one at all. But then there with Barkley, I actually decided to shoot from distance because I just wanted him to, you know, come out a bit higher and start opening up gaps behind him. I wanted his defence to come out high and start pressuring higher up the pitch because he was defending really deep. And here you can see I was really turning on the pressure here, and I was just getting really desperate, chucking the ball forward. I get a lucky break here which forced to Januzaj, but look at that for a strike. So unlucky not to win it there as it crashes off the bar, and that was literally the last kick of the game. So unlucky not to win it there. But you know, I'm up against some tough opponents here as well. Not just opponents, but teams, sorry. More to do with the teams than the opponents. I'm not trying to disrespect my opponents. They played, obviously, good matches to keep me tied with them. So now we're going into the third match of this episode. And again, it's against a really strong team. This episode was never going to be an easy episode for me to do in sense of get a lot of wins or anything like that, just because I'm up against a lot of strong teams. But this guy was the luckiest guy that I played against. I mean, anything that could go his way would go his way, and if it wasn't going his way, the game would go out of its own way to go into his way. I know it sounds daft, but that's the way it was going. Like that shot that he had that from that really tight angle, Zabaleta should have done something just because I actually asked him to do something, but instead he decides to ignore it. And again there with Perrin, he should have done something just because I told him, even if it was a daft thing to do, like I asked him to pass there, but he doesn't even react to my button press. So You can see here he's really ambitious. Well, I wouldn't say that was an ambitious effort, but he has a lot of ambitious efforts. I don't think he actually meant that shot with Thiago Silva. But then here I was trying to make myself like less predictable, so that long distance shot with Forlan, and then running instead of down the line with Januzaj, I decided to drive in, and then Forlan, well, I worked the ball nicely to Forlan here, and he really should have scored there. And what makes it even worse is from that moment, or that, you know, missing the target, he gets the goal kick, and from there everything he does, he seems to get a good element of luck with it here. That pass there deflects off my player into his path. My keeper makes a really poor save, knocks it straight back into the danger zone, and he even gets megged by Aguero. So it was a good finish from Aguero to actually put it through his legs. Whether he meant that or not is another thing. I doubt he actually meant that. But that was the last thing I really needed. My own team really hampering me, my players missing open nets, my goalkeeper, you know, just making it a lot easier for him to score. And you can see I was actually playing a lot better in this match than I was the last two matches, and yet I'm behind at half time. So I was really bemused with myself. I was thinking, what the hell is going on here? And things weren't actually falling for me in this match as well, so it was just becoming like an almost impossible task to win. And just when things like this are happening, Pogba, if he had took that in his stride, I'm sure I would have scored there, but instead he lets it go past, and then the shot becomes really, you know, from a tight angle, and then Palladino's shot gets blocked as well. And like I already said earlier, this guy was getting all sorts of luck all the way throughout the match, and it just felt like I was never ever going to win this match, just purely because I was thinking there's no way someone can get this amount of luck and not win a match. And look, how many times has this happened to you here? You play a pass, and if you're the striker, it'll hit your foot, but then it'll go straight to the goalkeeper. Well, for him, it broke perfectly in his stride, but luckily for me, my keeper made a brilliant save and kept me in the match. And then Vertonghen here personally inspires me here with that brilliant interception. And from that moment, I just knew this match was going to be mine. When Forlan got here and the keeper made that save, I thought, oh my god. But luckily for me, Podolski got there before the keeper could make the double save. He was really close to making a really good double save there. But he gets me back into the game, and he revives my belief in actually winning this match. And this is a brilliant reverse pass by Palladino, and Forlan for some weird reason became so wasteful, and that actually is a problem with Forlan I'm having right now. He's become really wasteful. But then in the 86th minute, Januzaj puts the ball into Forlan, who runs across his defender, puts a good header in, and he forces a really good save from the keeper. And I'm actually torn between getting rid of Forlan or not, because he gets a lot of chances and he's being a bit too wasteful for my liking. And I get a lucky break here with Barkley, but it doesn't matter because he makes a fantastic save, and I'm there thinking, that's it, I just can't win this match. And then when Pogba hits the ball, I'm thinking, oh my god. But luckily that changes very quickly, as my real only piece of luck falls with Palladino getting an empty net and basically wins me the match. And Forlan here, like I said, he does really good things to get these efforts on goal. So I'm thinking, shall I keep him because he can create a lot of chances, but then he's not taking them. So I'm thinking I need someone a bit more clinical. But then again, I'm thinking I only get these chances because he's playing up front. So I'm a bit torn whether I should keep him or not. But that's the end of this episode, and I end the episode on a win. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, remember to subscribe. And thanks for watching.